So in this screencast, I want to show you how to submit your Google form to Blackboard and then how to put it into your website. So I'm on my editable version of my Google form right now, and I want to make sure that I get to the live view. So I can come up here to preview, and this will be my live view, and this is the URL I want to copy and I'll paste into Blackboard. Now again, make sure that you're not on your edit view when you submit that, because I won't be able to view it. Okay, so I'll go back to Blackboard. I'll come down to Google Form, modulate Google Form, and in the right submission area, that's where I will paste my Google Form URL. Okay, and then make sure you submit. Now, to get it onto your website, you want to obviously make sure you go back to your strategic planning map and figure out where you want to put it. I'm going to put it on my Ways You Can Help page. Now, there are two options to choose from. I found last semester that a lot of makes more sense for a lot of you to put a link on your website to the Google form instead of actually embedding it, because sometimes it just doesn't look right embedded. So, what I suggest is to grab a button element and drag it and drop it into a spot that makes the most sense. So I'm going to put mine on my foster care application and Ways You Can Help page because it is my foster care application. And the reason that you put it as a button is because you want it to stand out. You created this form, you want people to submit it, so the button makes a lot of sense because it does stand out. Now when I click on the button, I get this new box that comes up, and I can paste that same link that I submitted in the Blackboard. I can paste that into the website URL. And since you're taking people off of your site to your Google form, check this box that says open in a new window. Okay, so again, I took my live view, I copied the URL, I'm on my Wheelie page now. I dragged a button element over. When I click on the button link, I click on the link here and paste it in, checking the new box. Now I can also change the button text here to whatever I want, and something more descriptive. So I can say foster care application. Okay. And then I've got a few other options, positioning and spacing and stuff like that I can choose. I can also change the style of the button if I'd like, depending on your theme. Okay, so then what you want to do, make sure that you publish your site. Okay, and go to the page. There's my button, and click on it, and just double check that it works. Okay, and that works. That's the way you want to, just double check to make sure that everything is okay. Now there is an alternative way that you can choose. You can drag this embed code element down to whichever page you see fit. And if you go back to your edit mode, and you come down to, over here to the send button, you can click on the embed icon right here, which is usually the two brackets, and that'll give you an embed HTML code here that I can copy. Okay, and go back to my website, and after I drag that embed code element over, I can paste the embed code in there, and it should show up there. Okay, if it doesn't totally show up right, you can always change these dimensions to maybe 1000 by 1000, something like that. Copy, go back, and I'll edit the HTML and paste the new stuff in there. Maybe I can just change it manually here. Okay. You don't really need to know coding to do this, but this is an option, and that kind of fits in there. It's still cut off a little bit, but that'll do it. And then publish. And I'll refresh the page. And so now it's embedded right in my site where you can have people fill it in right in your site. But as you can tell, it doesn't necessarily look appropriate, or design wise it doesn't look the best. But you can choose either way. There no extra points for doing one over the other. It's just kind of your preference on what you want to do. I like the button technique for my site, but for yours it may be more appropriate to put it in the embed way. So either way is good, but let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.